Hello everybody and welcome back to Ultimate Sims Guides. My name is Taylor and in today's video we are going to be remodeling my least favorite house in Oasis Springs. Everything about this house is just wrong. Every time I look at it, it makes me mad. First of all, it's got like medium wall height, which I just don't like. It's got this weird texture here that's different than the wood on the rest of the house, but it doesn't go all the way up to the top, so it just looks weird. Like, I don't mind the roofing, but it's weird. And then when you go inside, I just don't understand. So you have this bedroom here that doesn't have a door, but then you're blocking off the dining area. There's also like 3 lights in the whole place, and it's just so dark and scary. And I'm just confused by it. So we're gonna do a speed build of redecorating this entire house and trying to make it less awful. Wish me luck. So essentially my goal for this house was to make it more of a family home. I went from it being like a weird open concept 1-bedroom to actually it having 3 bedrooms. And I wasn't really sure what I wanted the outside vibe to be like. So I do spend a little bit of time just being like, what am I doing here? But I decided to go like a little bit mid-century modern, just kind of like cute, some plants. You know, it was really just, it's so boring. And I know that it was like one of the base game worlds at launch, so this house doesn't have a lot of the features that we have now, and a lot of the things that we can do we couldn't do back then, so I get it. But it's just a bad house, to be honest. It's one of my least favorites, and I really do like the vibe of this house when I am done with it. I had a lot of little plants outside. I end up with some bushes and a little plant bed thing. Flower bed is the word I'm looking for, outside of that other front window. And I really just wanted it to feel more like a family would live here instead of just a single sim or a couple. Because I just found this house to be so weird, and every time I've ever played in it, I add like 80 lights before I play because it's so dark. So I wanted to brighten it up, give it a little bit more color because everything in it was very neutral. And I get that it's supposed to be a starter home, but like sometimes you just don't want to move into these homes ever, so you may as well just put a nicer version and then move into that maybe. I don't know. I tried adding columns, but sometimes I find that you can't drag the columns up. That was a weird update that I don't think I care about dragging columns. I'm not entirely sure, but I also wanted to give it this little bit of a like fenced in backyard area just so that they had a little bit more space to kind of do their thing. And I decided not to put a gate because I just couldn't find one that looked good. And sometimes I just, give up because I'm like, why be bothered, which sounds bad, but it's who I am as a person. I added this little white birch looking tree. Is that a birch tree? Is that where that? Yeah, I don't know. I know nothing about trees or plants or anything. So if you ever hear me like calling something the wrong name, just like ignore it. I ended up having to switch some stuff up in the back because I decorated the outside of the house before I decorated the inside of the house or actually figured out a floor plan. So I ended up having to move that door over a little bit because of where I put the bedrooms. I ended up with like 2 bedrooms where one is like a teenage boy and then I wanted the other one to be for like a child-aged girl. And I thought that was pretty cute. I really like pink furniture, so I end up using a lot of like girls things, but I really want to make like more, just neutral bedrooms, like greens and blues. I don't know. I need to stop using so much pink stuff because like I don't know. Not everybody likes pink, so I feel like some people won't download this house because they're like, that house is too pink. I did have a moment where I was like, oh, I'm going to move the bathroom. And then I was like, why? So I just kept the bathroom where it was to kind of split the house up a little bit. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do here, so I just painted the entire house one color to start. I was going to put the kitchen on this wall, like where it was before. I was like, I'm not going to change the layout at all. And then I was like, no, the kitchen doesn't make any sense over here. So I move it into where the living room was before, and then I just painted all the walls white to really brighten it up because this house needed to be brightened up so badly. And we went with this wood flooring, and I used a lot of stuff from Parenthood because I really wanted this to feel like a family home, and like there was a very loving family that lived here. So we have like a Parenthood fridge, all the Parenthood counters, just a lot of really like cute things. I love Parenthood. It's one of my favorite packs. But I did use these base game, I believe they came in an update, the tile walls. I think we got them in an update not too long ago. I really like them. And this is actually a table that I never use because I think it's kind of boring, but then it kind of suited this house quite well. And then I used the orange to kind of match the front door because the door in the inside of the house is also orange. So I was like, why not bring a little bit of orange, even if it's not the same orange, into the kitchen too. And I really love orange and blue together. They are like complementary colors, and I think it's just really pretty. I don't know if other people feel like that, but I did struggle for a little bit trying to find curtains, and then was just like, none of these will work because I'm gonna have to move that cabinet to put any of the longer ones, and the short ones just aren't cooperating, so we just moved on. I do end up coming back to add some clutter items to this kitchen to make it a little bit more lived in, but I really like the way it turned out, honestly. I think that it ended up being super cute. And I wanted to, oh my gosh, I almost forgot a garbage can. As you can see, it was the last thing that was added to that kitchen. But I love using some of the laundry day stuff like that broom and dustpan just to make it feel like a real house, which I really like. And then I use this Moschino shelving unit. I really struggle like finding good things to put on shelves because like I'm not going to put more books because there's already so many, like it's already a bookshelf, so it functions fine. But you could use like other random items. I don't know. We went with a jack-o'-lantern and a car and like that vase thing. At first I was only going to make this a one-child house, like have just 2 bedrooms, but then I couldn't figure out how I would split that up without giving them like a really big bedroom. So for some reason I went with 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, which might be not enough bathrooms because, you know, sometimes you gotta poop at the same time. I went with this fireplace and then just put the 2 doors for the bedrooms on either side for some kind of symmetry, but I didn't want them to have like a huge TV because I just felt like this was a family that liked to spend a lot of time together and not just watch TV. I don't know why I feel like that, but in my mind, you know, you gotta give your Sims a backstory if you really want to love them. I also decided that I hate how big all of the square coffee tables are, and I just think that they're kind of unrealistic for a lot of builds. So I've just started sizing a lot of them down because I think that they look really cute small, like when you just put like a little rug and something on top. I just like it. Little poofs. Oh, I love the poofs. I'm obsessed with poofs. I had a little bit of artwork that could have been from one of the kids, and I really like that a lot. Then I went with this shelf from, I believe, Island Living. I'm not really sure if I like how this turned out, but I put some umbrellas and backpacks and just little things that would be by the front door. I just wanted it to feel cluttered a little bit and lived in, but not like overly cluttered where you wouldn't want to be in this home. So something that I've realized about me when I build is that I only really use like default swatches on a lot of clutter items. Like I don't really change the swatch. And I want to change that, but every time I'm building, I don't realize I'm doing it until way later when I'm rewatching this video to make a voiceover, so that's annoying. I used these same skinny curtains like throughout the house. I don't know why, because I don't think I've ever used them before, but I just think that they suited this house really well. So I added a little spice rack and some knives. And I sized down this like coffee thing and put it above the stove. I'm not sure if that would be like fire safe, but it's The Sims, so it doesn't matter. I thought it was really cute. But I went with a pretty basic bathroom because I just sometimes like bathrooms are just so boring to decorate for me. Like I don't find it entertaining. I don't find it fun. And I always struggle with like grown-up bedrooms because like I can make a bedroom for like a 20-something young adult sim, you know? But making a bedroom for like someone who has 2 kids, I'm like, I don't know what they like. So I always end up like making, like, this bedroom kind of looks like a grandma bedroom almost. I don't know, like maybe I should look at some Pinterest images and spend some more time on Pinterest trying to figure out what people actually decorate their rooms with. I don't know. Sometimes I just do things. But I went with like a green and white theme in here. I'm not sure if I even like it, to be totally honest. And I do like this side of the room. There ends up being a dresser and a mirror and a plant and a picture, and I think that it ended up being really cute. But the whole bed and bedside tables vibe, I'm not entirely sure if I liked. But we're just going to go with it. We're just going to let it flow. I used these Seasons curtains that I actually really like in that green swatch to try and match the flowers on that blanket. And I think it turned out kind of cute. It's kind of cute. I'm also really struggling at using clutter items enough. Like I find there are some simmers that use so many clutter items that it ends up being like the most beautiful thing in the whole world. And it just looks so real and so lived in. But I'm like, oh, I just want my builds to be super functional and not hurt my eyes while I play, so I make them a little bit more boring. I hope you guys are okay with that. I'm sorry if I'm a disappointment. But I did kind of make this room, it's honestly like pretty basic for a kid's room because I didn't have too much space to work with. I wanted to give her a desk as well, but then I decided there wasn't enough space for a desk and a dresser, and then I gave her this little poof and put a bear on it because every person needs a bear. You just need to hug something, you know? We ended up with a computer desk in this room and then some clutter items on the floor. I put a baseball bat and those like things from one of the bad careers, the criminal career, I think. I don't know. These rooms ended up being very weird, but if We're coming to the end of the video now, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more weird videos like this. Let me know how you think I did in the comments. Bye.